Alright, first of all, I want to say sorry for the shaky cam and any wind noise, as well as the sun glare. This is just on a phone. I don't have any editing software, which if you know of any, and you want to tell me of those, for Android, I'd love to know. Here soon I should probably be getting a computer, but you don't care nothing about that. So with that being out of the way, this is my 1988 Buick Reatta. And basically, I'm just going to tell you what it has been like to own a 33-year-old car for about, I think it's been about 2 months since I bought this thing. And it's about what you would expect. Uh, First of all, another thing I'm going to tell you before we even start the video. Dude, if you find one of these, if you find one, okay, look. I love this little car. But see that right there? I have that taken off. I haven't put it back yet because I have to buy that part. I believe the power supply is out, but I don't know. Because the little dash in this car, it is an electrical nightmare in this thing. I've looked across forums. I've looked everywhere. I cannot find anything. So we're just going through. Me and my dad work on this car, so we're just going through and replacing anything that looks like it might be bad in hopes that it fixes it. Because, see, the display should be on, but it's not. The digital display. Now, this dash, I know is good. I know the dash is good. I've seen it operating, but just not in this particular car. So there's something wrong in this car. No idea what it is. Can't figure it out. We're going to end up replacing this silver box right here. Silver box, which is the power supply. We think it's good, but the transformer on top's bad, so I told you wrong. We originally started with buying a new dash because I thought my old one didn't work. We put it in, and in hindsight, I should have known it worked because this right here, all these test lights, that one that's blinking security because my door's wide open. If the dash didn't work, this wouldn't work because this is a part of this. These aren't separate pieces. They're on the same motherboard. And I've been working or trying to figure out what's wrong with it nonstop. Don't get me wrong, love the car, but had I known it was going to be this much trouble, I would have never bought it. But it's mine now, and I just can't get rid of it. I like it too much, right now at least. Now, if it keeps giving me problems, I will. The water pump just went out, so I'm not going to start it, or it's going out. You can hear the bearing, you can hear the little propeller fan inside the pump rattling around, so it's about to go bad. I actually thought it was a knock or something up in the top end, but we pulled the belt off, started it without that, and it didn't knock or rattle or anything, so it's the water pump. I replaced the idler pulley because it was starting to go bad. I do daily this car, so things are going bad on it that, 33-year-old, the troubles of a 33-year-old daily car. It was like that on my old Cadillac, even though the Cadillac would go bad even more frequently. Still got that old car, but and we'll see it around here right now. I mean, you might be able to see the tail fins of it. And what I say tail fins, it's a 94, so don't get your hopes up. Oh, I'm about to have to redo the brakes on here, but that's a given. This car, see, I'll show you where it's the worst. I'll show you where it's worst. This wheel right here. It is the worst on this wheel. Oh, what? Oh no, it's so sad. No. I hadn't had time to clean it and run it through a car wash. Dang it, those rims are ruined. Oh well. Yeah, see all that black stuff? It's real good for you. It's the asbestos in the brake caliper. Or the brake pads. Oh, and this little trim piece right here that I was talking about, because on this car, I wash it whenever I get a chance. Because it's white and it shows a bunch of dirt and stuff on it. And as you can see, I'm on a gravel driveway. I still have the piece. The piece fell off while I was cleaning it, but I still have the piece. I'm going to reattach it. I'm going to use some construction glue or something so that it doesn't actually ever fall off ever again. Now, that may sound bad to be putting on a car this rare, because if you don't know, this car, they made 27,000 of them in total. This year, I don't know how many they made for 88. If I had to guess, probably like 5 to 3,000 for 88. 89, I think, is the most common year, with 90, I think, being the rarest. Either 90, 91. I know how many, but in those years they made a convertible and yada yada, but that has no relevance to this. Also, sorry about the planes and everything overhead. When I first got the car's sunroof didn't leak, but I couldn't pull it up because it would if you did. Well, the seals went bad in it, and it started pouring water in on me. We got that fixed. This headlight right here, I believe the motor is starting to go weak because, here, I might be able to show you what it does without turning on the car. So I don't really want to turn the car on right now because, as I said, that water pump could go out at any minute, probably. No, it's not going to do it. Oh, wait, hold on. Yeah, see, I have the button pressed, and it takes its time. It's not as bad when it's going down the road, or... It's not as bad when it's going down the road, or it's idling. When it's idling, it will, sometimes the driver's side headlight will not want to pull up all the way. What else have I had to fix since I first bought this car? Oh yeah, the radio doesn't work, but I bought it like that. Horn's good. Horn's good. We're gonna have to fix all the power stuff, like all of this. I'm gonna have to fix this. I have the part for it because I can't roll this down. The gearing, it started messing up. I'm guessing the gear oil, because it's a 33-year-old car, probably had the same gear or the same grease in the electric motor for this window. The grease probably went stale over the years, and then I tried to roll it up. I couldn't figure out why it wouldn't roll it up, and I ground all the gears out of it. So I have a new motor for this one. We just hadn't had time to put it in yet. The headliner, as you can see, could use a little work. I don't know when I'm ever going to replace that. Now, as far as like the car itself goes, great car. Love the car. It has its problems, but it's a 33-year-old car. It's going to have its problems. And I daily it too, so I'm going to fix stuff. But it has a 3.8 liter V6 front wheel drive hooked up to a really good I believe the front wheel in the transmission in this car is pretty good. It's nowhere near as good as the motor. The 3.8 motor is probably the best V6 ever made. Now, this is my very first V6 car and third car I've ever bought. I own all 3 cars I've ever bought. Well, I don't put any money into them other than this one and my Caprice. And this one I only put money into for maintenance and trying to fix this dash right here. And it's got about 170 horsepower with 210. It's not slow, but it's not. It's a slug. It's a slug car because it weighs about 4,000 pounds. But it's fun to drive because nobody knows what it is, and the people who do, they love this car. People love this car. I'm not normally one for attention, but it's nice to drive something people actually like looking at. Now, of course, a lot of people just view it as an old 80s car. And you don't see these ever, really. It's a rare car. There's probably only about 10,000 of them left in existence on the road. What else? Yeah, I mean, it's a very rare car. As I said, 27,000 in total. That's from 88 to 91. 4 years. This car was made for 4 years, and it was originally supposed to be the flagship car. But yeah, if you want to go find you one of these, you're going to have to work on it most likely. Normally, this one was on the lesser spectrum of quality, of like, not quality, but like how it was. It was well maintained, but it sat in storage for a little bit, so... presumably, if you're going to look for one of these, normally they're with the sub 100,000 mile range on them. They're not too expensive, although I believe they are starting to go up in value from the looks of it. You can probably thank Doug DeMuro for that. Because it seems like before that video, he did a video on it, it's got like 1 million views. Before that, they seem to not be that expensive. Now they're like $10,000 cars for one in really good shape. But yeah, I'm running out of time. So if you want to buy one of these, just look for a nicer example of one. You can get them for pretty cheap, but they are starting to go up in value, so buy one now. But anyway, thank you. If you want to support the channel, please, if you like this video and you want to support the channel, please consider, the biggest way you could do it is like, commenting, and subscribing, and sharing the video. And I'm about out of time, so I have to go ahead and end it. Thank you for watching, and thank you for 151 subscribers. Have a good one.